Both Daniel's and John's beasts were derived from the same planetary archetypes of the polar configuration. However, these same symbolic beasts were used quite differently and signified substantially different meanings. The primary distinctions between the beasts of John and Daniel were of timing and location. John saw beasts in heaven representing future events, while Daniel saw beasts on earth representing historical kingdoms, albeit the future from Daniel's point of reference. Joseph Smith plainly taught that what John saw in his vision, including the four beasts, lay in futurity. Nothing in John's revelation, according to Joseph, except for minor exceptions made explicit by John, should be construed to be historical in nature. Joseph cited the very first verse of the Apocalypse to support his claim. Daniel's beasts, on the other hand, represented the kingdoms of the world throughout its history. Joseph referred to the angel's interpretation of the beast given to Daniel and recorded by him. John saw beasts which were in heaven. Daniel saw beasts pertaining to the earth. Both sets of beasts reflected their sphere in nature. John's beasts were lofty and angelic. Daniel's beasts were degenerate forms, representative of the beastly and savage nature of the kingdoms of the earth. This particular usage of beasts was not limited to Daniel. Other prophets used these archetypal beasts to symbolize the degeneracy of man and his terrestrial kingdoms. According to Joseph, the Lord through his prophets never used the symbol of a beast to characterize the heavenly kingdom. According to John's record, it was the four beasts that unleashed the famous four horsemen of the Apocalypse. While it was the Lamb who opened the seals, it was the beast which called forth the horsemen. According to Joseph Smith, the beasts and the horsemen were the same. While John records that the horsemen were the agents of the destruction of the earth, Joseph Smith explained that it was the beasts who performed that role. Joseph further explains that the four beasts acted as angelic beings due to their exalted and perfected state. In other words, like the seven destroying angels described by John later in his record, the beasts were four destroying angels given power to devour or destroy the earth. It may seem contradictory for Joseph to claim that the beasts and horsemen were one and the same, while John clearly makes them different. However, the archetypes of the polar configuration allow for such an interpretation. In an earlier episode in this series, we made the point that the four horses of Zechariah were four spirits of the heaven, going forth at the request of the Lord of hosts to destroy the earth. These four sets of colored horses, the same as John's horses, were spirits. The archetype for these spirit horses were the four plasma jets of Venus. The streamers, as we have noted, represented both animals like the colored horses and spirits like the seven spirits of heaven. The archetype of four streamers represented the four sets of horses in Zechariah and the four horsemen of the Apocalypse. They also form the basis for the four beasts surrounding the throne. Symbolically speaking, Joseph was correct. There is no distinction between horse, spirit, or beast in the original archetype. The task given the four beasts, or the four horsemen, required tremendous power, power sufficient to destroy 1/4 of the earth. Power of this magnitude requires faith of a commensurate magnitude. Enoch had such power, power that required tremendous faith. The four beasts required a similar amount of faith to fulfill their assignment as destroying angels. The power given them could only have come according to the faith they exercised. Faith is a principle of power for man and beast.